he had this court case. He was like, it's done. There is no other evidence of these two people ever connecting with one another. I still, however, believe that Donald Trump's administration killed him because he was a fucking asset.
So the Department of Justice is expected to release some of the Jeffrey Epstein files today. This comes out.
Hey guys, this is probably going to come across as shocking to virtually zero people here, but the files that they quote unquote released, they released to MAGA influencers. It was scrubbed clean of any sort of new details. And that's it. One good part of this, however, is that this is a very direct promises made, promises not kept moment. And a lot of the MAGA influencers are very upset. Some are very upset because they were not a part of the MAGA influencers movement that got access to the files. Others are very upset because the files feature nothing new. Okay. And many of them are now extra suspicious. Of why the real files have not been revealed. Given how stupid things have become, I'm going to be very careful in saying this, but given how stupid things have become in general, I think this would have more of an impact on Trump's reception from many parts of the MAGA base in a negative way than literally if the Trump administration caught Medicaid and like killed their parents. I'm not even kidding. I'm so for real about this. Okay? I can't begin to explain to you. This isn't to say that like it's not important. The Epstein files are insignificant or anything like that. I think they are. But these people are more tuned into that shit than anything else. I could totally see this being like the breaking point or a jump off point for numerous hogs. Hogs are melting down all over Twitter for not getting the Epstein files released. And obviously the House Judiciary put a fucking Rick Roll clip to say breaking Epstein files released. And everyone's like, women were raped. The monsters who organized and participated still walk amongst us. And you're joking about it. This is a fucking insane thing to do. Not the first time Jim Jordan looked the other way when serious crimes were committed. This ain't gonna go how you thought it was. Now, it's because, much like Luigi Mangione, the understandable anger and resentment that Americans feel towards our pedophilic elite is bipartisan. But of course, when you are a part of the pedophilic elite, regardless of your party affiliation, you don't understand that. You think it's like, haha, who cares? Lol, a meme. For a lot of people, it is not a meme at all. Okay? And for many of those people that I'm talking about, they're not even, their obsession with this is definitely beyond like a normal, understandable level of enthusiasm and interest. I nor the task force were given or reviewed the Epstein documents being released today. A New York Post story just revealed that the documents will simply be Epstein's phone book. This is not what we or the American people asked for, and a complete disappointment. Get us the information we asked for, says Representative Anna Paulina Luna, official representative for Florida 13. This is not going the way that they thought it would go. I don't know why they thought that like people wouldn't understandably get mad at this shit. Who is subverting POTUS? The Epstein files are a total joke. I know Cash, Pam Bondi, the president. This is not the file. White House tells me that they believe usual suspects at FBI/SDNY has the actual Epstein client list and are refusing to turn it over. This is an internal civil war if true. I will be doing a special X-cast in a few minutes. Attorney General Pam Bondi says FBI withheld information on Epstein files currently held at FBI New York City field office. Bondi wants it delivered to DOJ tomorrow, but it must go through many different levels of protection of victims before released. Oh my God. How much you want to bet they're going to fucking eliminate all of the Republicans and Republican donors from these lists and only keep and probably a lot of the Democrat donors too, but only keep a key number of Democrats from it? Yeah, I already got it. I'm already looking at this link. I do want to mention to every single person that, one, I believe that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad and CIA operative who engaged in blackmailing high-profile individuals on his Lolita Express, including but not limited to sex trafficking minors, and that the American government will never truly reveal the heinous crimes that it committed. Okay? Just so you understand. I didn't think you'd say it out loud. Wait, what? Why? Why wouldn't I say it out loud? Motherfucker, the Ehud Barak visited Jeffrey Epstein's New York mansion in 2016. What the fuck is Ehud Barak, former Israeli prime minister, doing at Jeffrey Epstein's? Is it not anti-Semitic to say that? I'm genuinely asking. Why is the former Israeli prime minister, Ehud Barak, at Jeffrey Epstein's fucking mansion in Manhattan in 2016? What the fuck? What are we even talking about? No, it's not like a polar bear in Arlington, Texas. It's like a polar bear in the Arctic Circle, okay? Are they in Antarctica? That's where the polar bears are, right? Can you explain the connections between him and the CIA and Mossad? I don't know, man. How did a fucking internationally renowned sex trafficker pedophile get a slap on the wrist by, at the time, Florida prosecutor Alexander Acosta, who then became Donald Trump's labor secretary, by the way, later down the line, because people told Alexander Acosta that Jeffrey Epstein was too valuable of a fucking asset. Also, Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's second in command, okay? Ghislaine Maxwell's father is like the fucking OG espionage guy. Robert Maxwell. Hasan is making insane claim. Wait, what? For writer who broke Epstein case, a rumored Mossad link is worth digging into. Reporter Julie K. Brown isn't convinced the accused sex trafficker took his own life and says associate Robert Maxwell may not have been the only one tied to Israeli intelligence. Yeah. On this day of justice and transparency, I'd sure like to hear from Trump's former labor secretary. Yep. I was told Epstein belonged to intelligence and to leave it alone. That's what Alexander Acosta, former U.S. attorney in Miami, said after explaining why he cut Jeffrey Epstein a sweetheart non-prosecution plea deal back in 2007. Bro, you're going to get canceled over this? Be careful. What are you guys talking about? I think you might be new here, okay? You might quite literally be the newest person here. Famously, back in the day, my YouTube page was completely blacklisted because I went over Jeffrey Epstein's entire case for 8 hours, okay? It was a 10-hour broadcast, and 8 of it was directly dedicated to Jeffrey Epstein. I put that fucking video, the 8-hour video, directly on my YouTube page, and then YouTube blacklisted me completely, okay? The next couple of videos after that got like 10 views. I had to delete the video. How did you get unblacklisted after that? I had to delete the video. It's coming to dangerous territory. What is the dangerous territory? Do you think that Mossad and CIA don't operate side by side on certain issues, but also definitely on other issues hate one another as well? What are we talking about? Hello? Like, what the fuck do you think Benjamin Netanyahu is? How the fuck did Benjamin Netanyahu be the consistent leader of Israel for so many years? But okay, maybe I'm dramatic just saying I've seen people lose careers over less than this. Dog. What are we talking about? Nothing I have said is incorrect. Also, hello. Did you forget that there are some relatively sizable content creators from virtually every fucking part of the ideological spectrum of permissible commentary on American soil that is actively calling me a fucking terrorist? This is what's also, everything I've said so far is things that I've said time and time again. Jeffrey Epstein boasted about being a Mossad agent like Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert, according to the bombshell claims from ex-girlfriend. Yeah. Also, you know, I've also talked to the journalists that are tasked with investigating this stuff many times over. Anyway, why would he work with Mossad? Genuinely curious. I don't know. Why don't you fucking ask former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak? He's still alive and well. He goes on television. Don't ask me that. Yes, I'm talking about the famous liberal journalist Brace Belden and Liz Franzak. But Brace is no longer just a liberal. He's also the leader of the white Chinese movement.
After a Republican push for transparency, Griff Jenkins joins us live from Washington with the details. So who's on the list, Griff?
Boy, Lawrence, that is the question. Good morning. And there's no timeline, Lawrence, for when this bombshell may drop today. But if Pam Bondi's teaser to Jesse last night is any indication, we could get some shocking revelations.
200 victims. 200. So we have well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. What you're going to see hopefully tomorrow is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
Recall this all started after President Trump first told our own Rachel Campos Duffy that he was open to releasing some information.
Bro. It's so funny people forget. President Trump killed him. Like, what are we talking about? And I don't even think he did it because he's like secretly a massive Jeffrey Epstein supporter or whatever. Okay. Like Donald Trump, ironically enough, I shit on him all the time. If you know anything about their connection to one another, Donald Trump ironically cut ties with Jeffrey Epstein far before the Clintons did. Okay. As a matter of fact, the Clintons never really cut ties with the Epsteins. Like Donald Trump literally used to be homies with him. Okay. That's why those videos exist from the 90s. And ironically enough, when he was homies with him, Jeffrey Epstein would use Mar-a-Lago as a hunting ground to get underage girls that he could sex traffic. And as soon as Donald Trump found out that he had this court case, he was like, it's done. There is no other evidence of these two people ever connecting with one another. I still, however, believe that Donald Trump's administration killed him because he was a fucking asset. Too many rich and too many powerful people, liberal and Democrat alike, would get in trouble if the Jeffrey Epstein tapes were ever revealed. That's it. Wait, what? There is no Jeffrey Epstein client list, period. It's a figment of the internet's imagination and a means to just slander people. Oh, she's saying that there is no like official Jeffrey Epstein client list. He was known to record people and save evidence against them. Really? Imagine telling this to fucking Julie K. Brown. She's being sarcastic here, by the way. Julie K. Brown is almost entire. I don't want to put too much stress on her, which I'm sure she's had to deal with for many, many years at this point. But she is quite literally the responsible party for why this Jeffrey Epstein stuff blew up again. Like almost single-handedly. Julie K. Brown, well, if you actually read my book or anyone's, you would know that the FBI file on Epstein is public. Google it in the FBI's vault. It is, however, heavily redacted. So yes, there is a file. The real stuff that I would want to know, that I think a lot of Epstein, like a lot of Epstein people that have been tracking this stuff for many, many years want to know, is what those marked DVDs and CDs had in the Epstein mansion. Okay? I don't think we will ever find out, and I'm almost certain that they fucking deleted all of that shit. I mean, maybe if they just kept it as blackmail, maybe they didn't delete it. But when the police raided, when the second case opened up on Jeffrey Epstein, and the police raided his Manhattan home, they found hard drives. Okay? They found hard drives, CDs, DVDs that were all marked with names that are redacted. The FBI since then has said, oopsie, it may have changed hands and we don't know where they are or some shit like that. I think if they're blackmail on very wealthy individuals, I doubt that they would delete that because that's very important blackmail material. But I understand where Julie K. Brown is coming from in terms of like the Epstein client list.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
Wait, what?
Then last month, President Trump signing an executive order calling on agencies to release secret documents. Well, now Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna says she just heard from the DOJ in posting the letter sent from them to X, which reads in part, "The integrity of criminal investigations and prosecutions is essential to every component of the department's mission to uphold the rule of law, keep our nation safe, and protect civil rights." What's unclear at this point is how this might affect Epstein's co-defendant, Ghislaine Maxwell, who's currently serving 20 years for her role in covering for Epstein. Steve?
We're standing by for it. All right.
Wait, go find the full clip. He straight up says, no, I actually don't think I will do the Epstein stuff. Shut up.